This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Sometimes it's really obvious that someone else screwed up, and of course, we just have to correct them. Otherwise, the world as we know it will stop. So, right there at the team meeting, we put on our best diplomacy hat and we say, you know, your user interface design really was confusing. I'll send you a memo telling you what you did wrong and how you can fix it next time. They smile and they say, why, thank you for your generous offer. The next day, your goldfish are floating upside down in your office fish tank, your car tires seem to be missing some air, and your hard drive accidentally reformats itself. Coincidence? I think not. The problem is that despite your extraordinary attempt at diplomacy, you pointed out to someone that they screwed up. Of course, this happens with teammates. It also even happens with strangers. Have you ever tried to cross a crosswalk? Cars are supposed to stop behind the stop line, that's because it's called a stop line, to let pedestrians walk across. And yet, often some driver, not you, I'm sure, will stop right in the middle of the crosswalk and pedestrians have to walk around the car in order to cross. The driver never actually looks like an inconsiderate law-breaking oaf with no respect or consideration for the people around them. They always look like a nice person. Then you tap their window gently and you say politely, "Excuse me, you're blocking the crosswalk. Please stop behind the stop line next time." They look at you and they start to get red in the face. Their formerly curly hair starts to straighten out and stand on end. Steam comes out of their ears. They puff out their cheeks and they yell, "You get your out of the street before I drive over and don't you ever talk to me again, you." Now they are clearly in the wrong. They're breaking the law. They're being inconsiderate and they're generally being a lousy prom date. And then when you politely point out that they're wrong, they act like a great ape deprived of its favorite banana. Because, in fact, they are. You see, no one appreciates being confronted with the immediate, obvious, incontrovertible, undeniable evidence of their own wrongdoing. Our favorite banana is our self-image, and most of us have self-images that we're good, upstanding angels who are perfect and have good reasons for the things that we do. Science, of course, has thoroughly debunked this. All of us are a mix of admirable and icky qualities, and, gentle listener, shocking as it may be for you to consider, even I am not perfect. Just ask me to cook. I use pre-prepared ingredients like pre-marinated chicken, reheatable pierogies, and chocolate craze banana bars. Consider it my personal version of mole. When you make someone realize they're wrong, you're taking away their self-image banana and you're replacing it with a rotten turnip. They're mad about trading their banana for a turnip. It really has nothing to do with you personally. You're just the catalyst for their self-realization and the target when they go postal about it. You've taken away their self-image banana, but all is not lost. You can still communicate the all-important corrective message. Just frame it as being in their best interest. Ask yourself what good thing will happen if they realize they're wrong and they follow your advice. And then frame your message as if their current state of affairs is great and you're just helping them go from great to unbelievably awesome. Instead of saying, "Your user interface made our users throw up on the keyboard," ask yourself what good will come from a better user interface. Well, a better UI will make your product a joy to use. It will reduce support costs and maybe win the User Interface Designer's Design Award. So, you can say something like, you know, the user interface is key to making our users joyous, reducing support costs, and of course, winning industry awards. I have some ideas that might help bring out the brilliance in your design even more. If you'd like to hear them, let me know. You're acknowledging the value of what they do, the happy consequences of them doing it right, and then simply offering to help their existing amazingness be even more amazing. They may say no. There's no guarantee that they'll agree to listen to your ideas or that they'll take your advice even if they do listen. But if you offer help sincerely, at least they won't get mad. Probably. Just to make sure, practice your voice tone. Think of someone who really wants your help. Someone who you love, like your niece or your nephew. With that hair and a name like Sage, you don't necessarily know which one it is. And now practice offering them help out loud. "Sage, I have some ideas that can help with your advanced topology homework. Want to work on it together?" Listen to yourself carefully. Now take that same tone of voice with your work colleague. "Teammate, I have some ideas that can help with the next user interface design. Want to work on it together?" Sometimes you can streamline things by apologizing. When someone misses an appointment, I'll start out a follow-up conversation by apologizing. "I'm sorry we missed each other. Your confirmation email must have gotten lost in my spam folder." When other people unfairly blame you, it's bad. But when you take responsibility yourself, you can quickly shift the conversation back to scheduling rather than getting into a useless conversation about who dropped the ball. We're all overloaded these days. We all drop the ball sometimes. And even though you're apologizing to take the pressure off them, sometimes you'll find their confirmation email really did end up in your spam folder. Apologies can also be useful when someone turns in an inadequate delivery. I'm sorry I screwed up by not giving you the full specifications. We need the proclamation of Oreo ice cream cake as the official Olympics health food printed on parchment paper, not newsprint. Could you reprint it? Thanks. Now, I'll only do this when the stakes are low. Also, if I have a responsibility for the person's professional development, even if I apologize, I'll ask, next time, how can you be sure to get the full specifications even if I don't give them to you? That way, I'm acknowledging my part in the situation, even if I didn't have one, and I'm making it clear that it's still their responsibility going forward. If someone's mistake incurred extra cost, then we may indeed have to have a difficult conversation about who will pay the price, and difficult conversations are a topic for a future episode. People don't like being told they're wrong, especially when they are. It hurts their self-image. So, when you need to correct them, do it by offering to improve what's already good, not by pointing out that what they did was bad. Use a genuinely helpful tone of voice and apologize if that would help. Even if you do apologize, though, you can make it clear that just because you screwed up doesn't mean that they can't account for that in the future. I'm Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. I help people accelerate their careers and businesses and generally kick butt in their professional lives. If you want to know more, visit steverobbins.com. That's SteverRobbins.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.